Hi everyone, Scorp here, continuing the Duelist of the Roses Redux mod fairy playthrough. Think we're gonna go on to Tristan real quick. We might end up going back to Taya a couple times for some more Guikotana Megamis, but we got most of what we needed from her. I'm not gonna really bother going and getting Sword of Dragon Soul this playthrough. It's not really worth it to me. We'll go ahead and move Rain Temperature away so that I can use Guikotana Megami on it. It's kind of annoying that I have extended support range, but this is the only... This will be awkward for a while. Later in the game it won't matter as much because I won't need to do as much buffing. We're just going to get rid of all of these cards. Hopefully. I draw another card to buff, which that shouldn't be a very big issue. This deck has plenty of them. And then I didn't. I forget if this fusion... I think this works? For Mystical Elf? It does, okay. Well, easy block attack. Sweet. Okay, Tristan, keep just buffing your cards, it's fine. Well, I guess we'll just use... This'll be enough for buffs. So, 3800 is not terrible. I do know that he plays cards that like Acid Trap Hole, so have to be kind of careful about that. So instead of... he has a block attack face down. We'll get him to attack me, and then my creature should be way too strong for him to ever deal with. Can you really not get over my Hourglass of Courage? Is that really... Here. Trigger the block attack. Oh, he has another one down. He has no way to really deal with Rain Temperature. He has a single Curse Breaker in his deck, so I'll be careful of that. Oh. Yeah, that Axe Raider... I think it just wandered into the wrong side of town. So, yeah, this is how fairies play. It's really fair and balanced. Yeah. We'll get our deck leader in there eventually. At that point, he won't be able to do anything. Just get rid of the block attack. Since I don't know if I'd be able to move in with Gwekatana Megami. I know I'd be able to move it next turn, and that's kind of important to me. Judgment Hand or Blackluster Soldier? Or, I mean, Judgment, yeah. There's Judgment Hand fused. He has open cards, so I might as well just flip it. I mean, I'll be honest, like, this duel's just absolutely over. There's no amount of buffing that he can really do to get over my creatures. Especially since Ray and Temperature's effect exists. He only has one Curse Breaker in his deck. All of these get over Acid Trap Hole. On top of Acid Trap Hole, me being out of range of it, my leader ability just ignores it. But the buff negation that's on Ray and Temperature and Happy Lover are just too strong for most AI to deal with. Honestly, they're super strong against other people too, so... So these creatures make really good buff targets. And there's nobody else in the game besides, like, Weevil that's really going to play another card like Happy Lover, so... We'll take the block attacks, is basically what we want the most, and Invigoration for reincarnation fodder. Well, those are excellent slots. A Beast Skull and a Zera the Mant. Not that I'm going to use either of them, but... that's pretty good. What, we could get Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. That'd fit with the light theme. That and Skull Guardian. Probably the only two light creatures we could kind of get. Let's see. Do we have any cards that we want to put in? Probably not. We did get an extra Moon Envoy. We have an extra Hourglass of Life if we ever get strong enough to need that. We have double Dark Witch if we want to play them over something else, like Ocubeams. That's actually a definite upgrade. But otherwise, there's not really any cards that we want to put in, so it's fine. Go ahead and save, and then we can go after Mai. Mai can be kind of dangerous if she gets up a Harpy's Pet Dragon and decides to buff it a bunch. It's rare that she does it, but when she high rolls, she really, really high rolls you out of a game. We have a little defense against it because we have ray and temperatures, so... That's not buffed. I'm going to play down the Hush and Ingen because I want to buff my other creatures with it. Well, that's going to be big. If we can get Ray and Temperature to like 2,800 or so, 2,900, it'll be kind of invincible. I'm going to play down Ironite Parshaft while we can. We'll play Hourglass of Courage next turn and use that to buff all of our creatures, and then we can pretty much just push for a game. I will fuse the Hush and Ingen into a Mystical Elf next turn. And with that, that should pretty much seal the game, because my creature should be way too strong for her to deal with. As long as she doesn't have a Mirror Wall down already, which we can just hope that she doesn't. If she already has a Mirror Wall down, we pretty much just lose the game. No, she definitely doesn't. That was the one card that I was worried about being Mirror Wall. She just revived our Harpy Lady Sisters, I'm sure. Just do this fusion. Yeah, we got rid of one super buffed card, but it's okay. We buffed this card even further. And it being a 4,600 is pretty much game over. She can't do much about... she can't do anything about it, actually. Other than Mirror Wall, there is literally zero answer in her entire deck to this card. Mesmeric Control is kind of good against it, but like it's not nearly enough to actually help, so... Good game, well played. Oh, and on top of that, I have my leader ability, so she's gonna have a gigantic problem with Mirror Wall, in that she can't use it on me. That's a pet dragon. And she definitely doesn't have down the... she doesn't have down a Mirror Wall because my deck leader effect would have triggered, so we're all good. I kind of want to see her hand. Oh, Shadow of Eyes. I forgot she only had 2 cards in her hand, but... Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, not having a single answer to any card, or any of these cards that I have out is a gigantic problem for her. I'm gonna just go grab the Winged Reflection, because I can. That would have been a good thing to actually have flipped up Mai, so that you can buff your Harpy's Pet Dragon that's right there, that you're gonna destroy. She did kind of go off this game, and it just seems to not matter. Because we did just a whole bunch of buffing to our creatures, and once you have creatures that are this strong, the AI can do absolutely nothing about it. We'll just finish her with this attack. Princess of Ciro guy is a female, so I guess we could take that. Let me just try to grab it. Oh well, that's fine. Nothing, we didn't really want anything from her. Now we have the ability to do in Reincarnation. I'd really like more Dancing Elves and Winged Elves, as well as Equips, so I am going to reincarnate down pretty low deck cost creatures or cards. Try to reincarnate like one of this Hashiningen to start, and I'll be back in a couple minutes when I'm done reincarnating. Okay, we found ourselves a decent equip. Yeah, not the best to ever get, but hey, we got ourselves an equip. Which, really, for what we're needing in this deck, an equip is really good. We can get rid of this monster recovery that I'm never going to use. Yeah. But getting ourselves an equip, that's super strong, so... now we'll be able to also go against Mako. We'll get ourselves the Heavy Storm. Heavy Storm is super useful. I'll probably go ahead and go after Mako here. Once we have Mako down, I think we can go after Taya one more time before we get our deck cost out of her limits. Mako should be pretty easy here, honestly. The biggest problem is if you, like, multiple equips on a Suijin or a Crab Turtle. Both of those would be a problem. But that's what Radiant Temperature is really good at dealing with, so... Could use some more to draw some more buff cards. That's basically what I need to draw right now. I'm keeping these kind of away from my deck leader so that I can use my... if I draw a Goekotana Megami, it's easier to use it. We'll go ahead and play this. It's probably actually worth it at this point to start playing Dark Witch, just because I have an extra equip for it. We don't need negate attack this duel. I'm just gonna buff this. I highly doubt that I'm gonna draw Kokotana Megami in the next, like, 3 cards, so... because I have increased strength, or increased resistance for same-type friendlies, I get to basically ignore the fact that he has traps in his deck. Always punished. Hashtag always punished. Get rid of White Magical Hats. It's not very useful. We're gonna do a couple turns of buffing here, since the AI just never attacks you. Yeah. We're already probably stronger than anything that he can ever play, so we're in a good spot. We'll be able to go Hourglass of Courage here. If we drew Hourglass of Courage, that would be like the best thing we could do, but we're just stepping through the light buffs right now. It's a shame that our last reincarnation didn't have a I didn't get a Winged Elf or a Dancing Elf. First thing that I saw was really the Bright Castle, so... yeah. And I'm just gonna make this one extra big. Let's see if he'll commit seppuku. I kind of would like to actually go and kill some Tears of the Mermaids and grab those from him. But it's kind of funny to watch the AI kill itself. Oh, hey! Bye, Crab Turtle. So yeah, the AI just kind of killed itself. I think this is going to be kind of a theme of these duels. I'm going to build up strong creatures, and then strong creatures are going to go kill opponent. Wow. We're just gonna not talk about those slots. That was not great. But this gives us access to our some of our best cards. This gives us access to Heavy Storm, which is one of the best cards we can possibly have. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the deck, and then we'll go and finish out today dueling Taya one more time to try and get more good cards from her. Let's see. I don't really like... Actually, negate attack and go Negate Attack is probably the worst card in the deck. I know Clovis likes Negate Attack and Block Attack. I personally find them really horrendous. They're just a flat-out -1, which, when you think about it that way, it's a really bad card, but maybe it saves something, in which case then it's a pretty good card. Wow, this is a hand. Eye of Truth wasn't very useful to start the duel out with because my opponent doesn't have a hand yet. We don't need life at this point in the game. What is that card? It's probably a Dark Witch, right? I don't need Magical Labyrinth this game. Looks like I'm probably not going to draw a Guakatana Megami in time. I'd really like to have one more creature to buff. Like this. Give it one turn, see what I draw. She can't really just Wing Trumpeter me out of the game, so I feel a lot less bad about setting up on her. So we'll flip Hashiningen. We'll fuse on the Hashiningen for Mystical Elf. We're gonna pretty much just pray that this isn't a Happy Lover. And now our creatures are all too strong for her to ever deal with. And we can go like this. This should be able to get over that, so... Oh hey, we got rid of a Guakatana Megami. That's the card that I wanted, so that'll be excellent. So this duel is pretty much over. Actually, it's definitely over. And even though she buffed her creature got buffed by the Wing Trumpeter, it just didn't matter. And then this will not quite kill her. Actually, it does kill her, but it's a complete shame that all of those buffs just went away because of Happy Lover. So we want Guikotana Megami, so I'm going to save state to make sure that I get it, because I don't want to come back and duel her a whole bunch of times. So this is why we save stated. So that me being a Pepega doesn't cost us a whole bunch of time. And we have ourselves an extra Guikotana Megami, which I'll go ahead and put in the deck real quick. And then that'll be it for today. This makes it so that it's much easier for us to get this buff off properly. Let's see here. White Magical Hat doesn't do anything in the deck. Honestly, I'd rather get rid of an Orion, however you want to say it. Well, our deck is getting a little better. It's hard with Fairies because Dancing Elf and Wing Egg Elf are both not available in slots, so it's really hard to just get all of the cards that you want. Otherwise, and Mystical Elf is also not, so that's the main crux of the issue, but we're making do with what we've got. So thanks everybody for watching, and have a nice day.